Are these pop-outs or perms?
These perms.
Now, what was your reason for permanent gold teeth?
My reason for permanent gold teeth, I don't know. It's like something I just wanted. It's like, I feel like that was like an accomplishment to me. Like at the age and the era I was in, I feel like that was an accomplishment to me.
Do you remember what age you got them?
18. I think 17, 18, one of those, around those ages.
Were you still in high school at the time?
No, I went in high school.
You had graduated?
Yeah, I had already graduated.
And what high school was that?
I went to Evans High School, Pine Hill.
Now, before you got the perms, did you start off with a grill?
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it, but I ain't never wear them because, I feel like that wasn't something I was really feeling. I feel like I wasn't doing it all the way, so it's like I didn't want to do the pull-outs.
When you did have a grill, what age was that?
Probably like 15. Yeah, like 15. I had a pull-out grill. But I think I only wear it like once because it hurt it. And it ain't really fucking with it, so I just wasn't even doing that.
What ended up happening to that grill?
I lost it. I think that was the best thing that happened to me, I lost it, though. I ain't gonna say, I lost it because I really just was taking them out. I put them in and take them out and never find them again, so I ain't tripping. But I already knew that was something I didn't really want to do anyways with the pull-outs. I already knew I needed to go the whole way, the perm way, so I went and did it.
And we'll detail those perms here in a little bit. Before that, I do want to ask you some further questions. Now, for time reference, it's January 2022 now, but back then at 17 or 18, when you went for perms, were you the youngest back then in your area?
Nah, I wasn't the youngest. I probably one of the first, not first, but like some of the first people to do it in the area, but I don't think I was the youngest. I wasn't the youngest, though.
And what area are we referencing here?
Pine Hill.
Now.
Shit, I might have been the youngest, I don't know.
Okay.
I did at 17, I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
Now, back then, did your parents know you were getting perms before you do it?
Yeah.
Or was it a surprise?
Yeah, she already, my mom already knew. I tell her everything, she already knows, so I was I'm gonna go do that in the morning. So I'm gonna go do it. It was like an accomplishment to me, so I had to let it be known that I'm gonna go do it. So yeah, something like a situation like that.
What was her reaction to your line of thinking there?
She gonna let me choose whatever I wanna do. It's I just gotta accept what come with it. You know what I'm saying? Even though nothing bad come with it, it's just if that's what you wanna do, be prepared for whatever come behind it. Type of shit.
Did you have parents that had perms themselves by any chance?
Nah, my mom don't got perms. My dad do though. He got perms.
Did you consult him at all before you go for yours?
Nah, I just a decision I wanted to do, so it's I'm finna go do that. That's my accomplishment to me.
And he has perm golds as well, or perm diamonds?
Yeah, he got perm golds.
Now, looking back, time has passed, but looking back, did you choose the right age in your life for perms?
Yeah, I feel like I chose the right age, and I chose the right time. It was all perfect timing. I feel like my whole life, perfect timing, everything based around that perfect timing.
And why do you say that for you, in regards to the perms at least?
Cause it all played at the right time. Being that it was an accomplishment where I'm from, and I was already blowing up, it's okay. It's already bringing what I needed to do. It's all in the same lane of what I needed to be done.
Now, did anyone inspire your perms?
A couple people inspired me to get perms, though. The obvious people. It's just a Florida thing, so it's okay, I'm from Florida, I'm rep Florida wherever I go. And I feel like that's one of the best things about Florida, the perm golds.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, have your perms inspired others?
Yeah, it probably did. It probably inspired a lot of other people. Man, I want to go get perms. What's the whole point of it? Show that you from Florida.
Now, I want to detail the perms a little bit further, as I said I would earlier in the conversation. Now, how does this work exactly? Is there a jeweler involved, or does a dentist take care of everything?
A dentist. A dentist take care of everything.
And for your perms, who did you go to?
Larry. His name Dr. Larry James.
Now, why did you use him? I imagine there's other people that could have done this for you.
Yeah. I feel like he did the best ones. Like, out of everybody, like, I seen doing goals, I feel like he was, like, the most neatest and, like, a certain kind of shape that I really wanted it to be. So I'm like, man, I'm going to go for Larry on it.
For transparency, was this something you pay for, or was it for promo?
You were saying, like, did I pay to get the gold?
Yeah, or did you get him for free, like, for promo?
No, I paid for the gold.
Okay. And just curious, Larry, where is he located?
Down south. Yeah, down south in Miami.
Now, can you explain the process from start to finish?
All right, so you go to Larry. First of all, you're going to wait forever before you even get in there to get the gold. So I guess you might well put that as part of your accomplishment. But, okay, when you go down there to Larry, have your money ready. He let you in the office soon. But hopefully you get in the office, you get in, you pay your money, shave your teeth down, and you get hit with all them needles. That's the worst part right there, but it's like, once it's done, it's done. You officially stamped Florida. I feel like that Perm, that's Florida right there. So I'm like, that's the whole rundown of the Perm game right there.
How long did that procedure take?
Probably like 3-4 hours. 3-4.
How many needles did you get hit with?
Probably like so many needles, man. It was like 30 needles, I think. No exaggerating shit. I think like 30 needles back to back.
Was the procedure, including the needles, painful at all?
It was painful. That's crazy we talking about this. I was just telling somebody about this. But the procedure crazy. It's something definitely like, if I would have knew the procedure, I would have never done it. Like, if I already knew how I would have felt, I would have never done it. But, like, shit, I'm here now, so I got to go all the way this way. If you want to go all the way, that's what you got to do. So, like, procedure hurt, though.
Now, I'm assuming the needles were to numb you up so you wouldn't feel any more pain.
Yeah.
While they were
But I felt like the needle was making me, the numbing, that was making more pain. Anything dealing with going in my mouth after that, it was hurting.
Prior to you getting the needles, were you on any drugs or medication at the time?
No, I don't do no drugs.
Okay.
So I was sober.
The procedure finishes.
Procedure finished.
You look into the mirror for the very first time. What did you think?
I looked in that mirror, I say, boy, what? You are, boy. I remember the day like it was yesterday, boy. I looked in the mirror, boy. All I know is when I get back to Orlando, boy, on that nigga. For sure. Facts.
Now, I'm going to use this phrase respectfully here, but you go back to Orlando. With the Perms, was it an instant form of clout by any chance?
I ain't gonna say it was just because of Perms, because I was already, like, blowing up, so it was, like, already in there. It's just, like, okay, now, like, he having some money. He having some kind of paper. Like, something flowing in, so it's, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a situation, like, it's like you stamped now. You did what a Florida nigga dream, so it's, like, you stamped now. So, of course, he brought a little, like, clout here and there.
Did you go viral by any chance because of the Perms?
I was, like, already viral. Like, I was already blowing up, so, like, it probably, like, boosted up a little more, but it's like I was already viral at the time. It just was an accomplishment, so it probably making numbers go up a little bit more.
Just for chronological purposes, at that time in your life, what were you viral for?
Rapping. I had just started rapping. Yeah, I had just started rapping. I don't think I was rapping like 2-3 weeks, right, before I got the Perms.
Was it a particular video or particular song of you that was going viral at the time, or was it just the fact that you started rapping and people were now
that's
getting...
when I had made a song called Dinner Gold, but I ain't even had goals at the time. It was kind of like, around that time in my life, I was like manifesting stuff. Like, I was just saying stuff I ain't even know what was going to happen, but it was just rolling out happening. So I made a song, Dinner Gold, and then not happening. So I came back home, dropped Dinner Gold with my Dinner Gold, so it was like, it was next.
Now, how many teeth did you get done permanently, total?
I did 20 all in the same day. So it was like 10 top, 10 bottom.
Now, why not go all the way back?
You say why not go all the way back?
Yeah, why just 10 on 10 for you? Why that number there?
Man, 10 on 10, that's like a 20 wall, so like, you already done did enough. But I'm glad, I don't even think I was going to make it through the 10 on 10. I think I was like at gold number 2. I'm ready to be done. I ain't finna, shit hurt. So like, but yeah, 20 wall is like 20 wall. You know what I'm saying? So I just went 20 wall. You know, I'm still young. Going all the way back, that's a little too much.
Now, you chose 10 on 10, or did you go with the recommendation from the doctor for 10 on 10?
Oh, no, I chose 10 on 10. The doctor didn't even want me to get 10 on 10 because he seemed like I was on gold too. He like, man, you ain't even finna make it. I'm like, man, I already know I ain't finna make it, but I ain't finna go back without that 20 wall. I didn't, so that kind of situation. 20 wall at that time, 20 wall was 20 wall. Like, now it's like I could go whatever I want to do, but I'm still fucking with the 20 wall. That's my accomplishment right there.
Now, I imagine there's some people that do 8 on 8, or maybe a different number. Why not 8 on 8 for you? Why 10 on 10? Why that particular number? Any reasoning there?
I wasn't trying to go 8 on 8. None of that. I ain't trying to play like that. I need the whole 20. I ain't trying to play like that.
And this conversation with you and the doctor where he's like, you might not make it, that was during the procedure or that was before?
Yeah, that was during the procedure. He waited till during the procedure to tell me I might not make it. So I'm like, yeah, you right. But I ain't going back without that 20. I'm telling you.
But prior to the procedure, you chose 10 on 10 on your own, or did the doctor have some sort of recommendation, hey, let's do 8 on 8 or 9 on 9?
I chose I already went there knowing I'm finna do the 10 on 10. He just did whatever you come to pay for. He ready to do it.
Back then when you had that grill, was that a 10 on 10 grill?
What? Oh, before that?
Yeah, when you had that grill, was that a 10 on 10 grill?
Nah, it wasn't even no 10 on 10. That's why I was like, I ain't doing it all the way. Like, at least if you're going to do pull-out, you got to go 10 on 10. So, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I already knew what it was.
Looking back now on how everything played out, everything's said and done at this point, were you happy with that decision of 10 on 10?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Care to share what type of carat this is of gold?
22 karat gold.
And why that carat for you?
I ain't even choose the carat. I just know that's like, I think that's all Larry do is 22 karat. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to fuck with that. Like, yeah. He got his own gold.
Got it. Now, sometimes when it comes to gold teeth, there's pictures of people with brighter gold, some duller gold.
Yeah.
Where does yours fit in that spectrum?
I feel like mine, like, the brighter. Like, I feel like it depends on when you shining, like when you buff your teeth, what kind of gold your dentist using. It don't really matter. I'd say mine like the bright, depends on whatever, like what I do with it.
Also, there are some people with golds that have like a round shape to them, and some that have more like a box square shape.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with the square shape. That was the shape I was looking for. That's why I went to fuck with Larry. The square, smaller shape. I don't really like that round, big shit. That's embarrassing. I don't really fuck with that.
Do you remember how much this cost back then?
I remember it was 11,000. Gold, Larry had just told me gold went up. So like it was 11,000.
So this is something that can fluctuate depending on what the cost of gold is at the time.
Yeah, depending on gold, you might pay this day, come back a few months later, it's something else. Gold went up, something like that.
Now looking back, spending that amount of money, $11,000, was that worth it?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely was worth it. I feel like that definitely was worth it right there. It was worth it because it was an accomplishment to me. It was like it was going to happen either way. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to happen either way.
Okay, now I have a few questions since you've had the gold that people watching this may want to also know, thinking about getting perms themselves.
Yeah.
Can you eat anything you want?
Yeah, I can eat whatever I want. Yeah, I can eat whatever I want. Like, I don't eat nothing crazy anyway, so it's like, as far as what I know, I can eat whatever I want, the stuff that I want to eat. But if you trying to eat some other stuff, I don't know. I don't really do, like, crazy stuff.
Can you drink anything you want?
Yeah, I can drink anything I want. I eat regular, it's like regular teeth. Just do it what I do regular.
Nothing scratches them, nothing stains them?
Nah, nothing scratch them, nothing stain them. If it do get like, probably get a little dull, you just hit them with the gold rag, they back alive.
Do you use a special toothbrush?
I use regular soft bristle toothbrush.
Like a traditional toothbrush, non-electric?
Yeah, non-electric. I don't really gotta do too much like that.
Do you use a special toothpaste?
Nah, I use regular toothpaste.
Winding down my questions here, any health effects or dental issues since the installation of your perms?
Nah, I ain't had no issues, like dental issues or nothing. Like, I ain't had no dental issues, though. That was one of the main things I was worried about, like, me having dental issues after. But, like, I ain't had no issues with them, though.
Now, just with the perms itself, not your regular teeth that you have in the back, but just with your perms, can you still get cavities at all? Is that a possibility or no?
I'm not even sure. I don't think so. You probably can, but I don't know. That's a good question, because I eat a lot of candy, so I might need to find out, but right now I ain't tripping.
But so far, no cavities that you've noticed?
No cavities, nothing, everything good, regular.
Did they change the way you spoke at all once you got the perms?
Nah. They ain't cheat. That's why I, was wanting to go perm, too, because, like, it feels so much natural, like your real teeth. You gonna keep speaking the same, you get pull-outs, you all mumbling and all that other shit. I ain't with all that. It's regular teeth.
Now, here's a side question I just thought about. You never had braces before the teeth or anything of that nature, before the perms?
No, I never had braces.
Were your teeth straight before you get the perms?
Hell no. I should have got braces. I should have got braces, but, bruh, you know, at that age, you ain't really stunned no braces. Like, my shit wasn't just fucked up, nah. But it was like, I could have got braces and it would have been a lot better. But my shit went perfect, nah. It had to be a little, Larry went to work on them, nah.
Because that's what people may want to know is, you know, if they have bad, horrible, crooked teeth, and they end up getting their teeth shaven down and they get perms, does the dentist make them nice and straight?
Nah, hell nah.
Okay.
Hell nah. You gotta go get braces by that.
Got it.
He ain't finna do all that. Not that I know of.
Cause
like, he gonna go out of his way a little bit, but if them shit's all leaning and doing all that, man, you need to go get braces. You should already know that before you even go to Larry. Like, before you go to Larry, you gonna look in the mirror and say, do I need to be getting goals for real? Like, that's the observation you should have before you go to Larry. Like, do I need to get goals or do I need to get braces? See, I was on that side where it's like, man, I could get gold right now. Braces my shit ain't really like, you know what I'm saying?
And was that a conversation you even have with them about, or that's just an assumption?
Nah, that's an assumption like that I know. Like, that's common sense to me. Like, if you know your shit ain't right, just don't do it. But I knew my shit went like crazy, like biting down, none of that shit. That's why I say that.
Just for transparency, how long have you had the perms for at this point? Rough estimate.
For like 4 years now. 3 years.
Now, circumstances could be different for everybody.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, any tips, any tricks, any advice for someone with perm golds themselves? Maybe, example, someone just got them and they're watching this interview.
Yeah, just floss, keep shining them up. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Like, don't do nothing crazy, cause you know, man, you protect your mouth. Like, just keep your mouth right. Brush them, floss, regular. Same thing you do with your regular teeth. Just protect them.
Now that you have perms, this is my last question. Now that you have perms, what are your thoughts on people with pullouts?
I ain't gonna say like nothing wrong with pullout, like on nothing like that, but it's like my thoughts on people with pullout, like, man, go a little harder, like not like on no shit, like just go a little harder, cause I done have perms. Like, I'm saying more on the note, like, if you want pullouts, that mean you would want perms. That's what I think. So like, whatever you doing, keep doing what you doing and go a little harder, cause you gonna get to the perms, then you doing it all the way. But shit, if you got pullouts and some shit, like you just rocking pullouts, that's cool too. know what I'm saying? I ain't never, like, knocking nobody with pull-outs like that, 'cause, like, I done came from pull-out. I'm just saying, like, see, I done once been at pull-outs, and I worked harder and got to what I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? But however you want to rock it, that's your style. You do what you do. Don't just go out with Reese said. You fuck with the Perms, you fuck with the pull-outs. 'Cause one thing about it, if I was fucking with them pull-outs, that's what I would have been having right now. I ain't listening to what nobody telling me, though.
Okay, now I want to break down some elements that you mentioned during this conversation that have nothing to do with the Perms.
Yeah.
Okay, now, in this conversation, you mentioned the word manifest.
Yeah.
You were manifesting things.
Yeah.
Do you follow a religion by any chance?
Christian.
Now, when it comes to Christianity, is it a certain denomination under Christianity you follow?
What you mean by that?
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, a denomination is a subgroup within a religion that operates under a common name, tradition, and identity. So, for example, there's Eastern Orthodox, there's Roman Catholic, and there's many varieties of Protestantism.
Oh, nah. I'm just Christian. Like, I'm just Christian, like, not none of that other stuff. Christianity.
And why that religion for you?
'Cause the stuff that God done did for me is unbelievable. And my grandma, I was, like, born into it, and I done seen God work for myself, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like, yeah.
Now, when it comes to this grandmother, is this grandmother on your mother's side or father's side?
On my mother's side. Yeah, on my mother's side.
When it comes to the Bible, is that something you've read from front to back?
Nah. No, I ain't never read no Bible from front to back. Like, you know, like, I ain't never read the Bible from front to back. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie and act like I did that. Nah.
Just curious.
Just dipping and dabbing, you know what I'm saying?
Now, when it comes to your parents,
yeah.
You mentioned your mother in the conversation. You mentioned your father.
Yeah.
Did they split at some point?
Yeah, they was been split up. Like, that ain't never, you know what I'm saying? It was just like a moment situation right now. You know how that regular situation is.
Do you remember what age you were when they split in your life?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Do you know the reason why they split back then?
Nah, like, I don't even know nothing, like, about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got older and just know it was never, like, that figure around. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I wasn't even tripping off that. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got my mama, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
So I'm assuming you were under the roof of your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, my mother.
Most, if not the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time.
Got it. Would there be times you would spend with your father growing up?
No. Not that I could recall. Like, it ain't nothing like that, I know. But, you know, like, me and my pops, we cool and shit. Like, nah, we cool, we talking shit. But it's just like, it was never no situation like that, though. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a moment situation. Boy, you with me. That's how it is. You know how the moment be. Boy, you with me. Ain't nothing. So one of those, I'm with my mama.
What age were you when you and your father built that bond or that relationship again?
Like, I ain't gonna say, like, it ain't never been no bond, but it ain't never really been, like, no real bond on that lane. They been like, what up, Pops, that, what up, ooh, that kind of situation. But I say probably, like, 18. Like, when I was able to get to doing, like, knowing stuff on my own, like, really trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
And was that something you seek him or you reach out to him or he seeks you and reaches out to you when it comes to communication and that sort of thing?
It's like we both do it. Like, we both do it. Like, my partner, I fuck with my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't never, like, no situation where it's just like, oh, you ain't fucking with him. It's like, I fuck with him, though. He him now. He him now. I give him his credit on like that, you know what I'm saying? We talking, conversate.
Now, what did that teach you? What did you learn from growing up, seeing that your parents had split at some point in your life, you living under the roof of your mother?
Yeah.
Bringing back that question one more time, what did that teach you? What did you learn from that? What did you take away from that experience, if anything?
I just learned that, but my girlfriend got to be a strong woman. Not saying like, oh no, I'm going to leave her with a child or nothing, like, just like on some how strong my mama was to even hold all of this stuff down like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just made me learn, like, okay, now I can't be fucking with no girl that ain't really, like, got her shit together. Because if my mama could do it, I feel like that with any situation. My mama could do it, a girl could do it, any girl I fuck with could do it. Shit, that's how I feel. Like, that's the biggest lesson I learned with that. Like, if my mama ain't complaining, making no excuses, anybody could do it. Anybody, I ain't trying to hear no excuses. My mama could do it. Anybody could do it. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned a girlfriend here. Also a child. Do you have a child?
Yeah, I got 2 daughters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it with this girlfriend you're speaking of?
Yeah, I got 1 daughter with my girlfriend now, and I got 1 daughter with another girl, somebody.
Okay. Now, when it comes to siblings, do you have any siblings, same mother, same father as you?
You say what?
Do you have any siblings, same mother, same father as you?
Yeah.
How many you got?
I got 5 siblings.
And where do you fit on that ladder? Are you towards
I'm
the oldest?
second child.
Okay, you're the second.
I got a lot of siblings though.
But how many same father, same mother as you?
Oh, I got 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And between you and this other sibling, brother, sister?
That's my sister.
Okay. You're the oldest or the youngest?
She the oldest. I'm the youngest.
Got
out of the mom, you know what I'm saying? I'm really the second, no.
And both of you stayed under the roof of your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that like, being the youngest between you and your sister?
It was just like regular. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It was always like, she was basically like my mother. You know, it's like having 2 mamas. You know, that's how I felt. That's what I know.
Having an older sibling, what did that teach you? What did you learn from that experience, if anything?
Like having an older sister?
Yeah, or just an older sibling in general, whichever way you want to go with this question.
What did it teach me?
Yeah.
I don't really know what it taught me. Like, I just know I just love my siblings. Like, it just taught me. I done learned a lot of stuff from my siblings, though. Like, I done learned a lot of stuff from them.
And you mentioned there were other siblings. How many total under the roof of your mother when you were growing up?
It was 6 of us. Like, 6 of us, including me. So, really 5, including me, 6 of us, though.
And you were second oldest on that
ladder? Yeah, I
ladder.
was the second oldest.
Okay. Winding down my questions about your family, are you the only member of your family to do music?
Yeah. Yeah, like, to really, like, you know, to really do it, yeah.
So there are some others that do music in your family, but you're the only one taking it serious or have really gone the farthest with it?
Yeah.
Care to share who else does it?
Like, who in my family does music? That, like, really, I ain't got nobody on top of my head that I'm trying to name right now. But I do got, like, family doing stuff and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, they working.
Okay. Just curious there. Now, one more thing I want to converse from our initial conversation about your perms, but not talking about the perms, is the use of drugs.
Yeah.
You mentioned you don't do drugs.
Never did one drug. I don't even know what it feel like to even do drugs. Like, no kind of liquor, no nothing. I don't even know what that feel like.
No smoking of any sort, nothing.
No smoking. I never even smoked a day in my life. I don't even know how it feel to even be high for real. I don't know what that feel like.
No pill popping.
None of that.
Sipping lean, syrup.
Nah, I'm gonna sip some lean now. I'm gonna sip some here and there now. I'm gonna do that. But that just, I ain't smoking or drinking no liquor. I ain't doing that.
Now, lean or syrup is a drug technically.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. But in my lane, that's like, that ain't the drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of drugs. Yeah, I done sip some lean now.
That's something that you continue to do, or that's something you're done with?
Nah. I just do it, like, every now and then. Like, if I'm feeling like that's what I want to do. Like, if I feel like I just need a break right quick, I'm going to sip some lean, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? I be so on edge all day. So when I sip some lean, I'm chilling. Because I'm already sober throughout the day, like, every day. That's how I move.
Is it a certain type of brand or color of syrup that you indulge in?
You said it's a certain kind of brand or color?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna sip. I ain't gonna just sip anybody lean, man. Like, I ain't sipping no green lean or yellow lean, like nothing like that. I ain't doing none of that.
Okay. Whatever you do sip on, when you do sip on it, is it authentic?
Yes, it's authentic. If it ain't authentic, somebody in trouble. That's what it is. That's why I feel like I ain't gonna say that's why I feel like I don't do drugs, but I feel like that's why I'm not really big on drugs, because, like, I don't really feel like a lot of drugs be authentic, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm sipping this, like, it gotta be that type shit. I won't really do it like that. I probably do it every now and then, every blue moon, but I ain't really, like, just walking around here waking up, let me get some lean, you know what I'm saying?
Ever had fake lean or fake syrup in your life before?
I probably done had some fake lean before. You know niggas be flagging. You know, young niggas flagging, probably sipping Tylenol or some shit, you know? Niggas be lying. I ain't gonna say I didn't, because I wasn't always rich. Like, I wasn't always just having some paper, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Are you able to spot the difference at this point?
In lean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
between
now
fake
it's
and
just getting
authentic.
it's like certain niggas just making it now it's just like they just doing shit. Like, yeah. But it could be some good, like, fake shit, you know what I'm saying? It could be real close. So, yeah. That's why I just kind of, like, don't even do it. Like, I don't even do it unless I know, dog ain't drinking nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Other than that, I ain't really even fucking with it. I don't even really do shit anyways. I be straight sober.
Is there a way to spot the difference between fake lean, fake syrup versus the authentic stuff?
You can just tell by how it pour up. You can tell by how it pour. It's all kind of shit. Like, it's all kind of stuff. It's all kind of stuff. That's why I say it, like, I ain't really doing it. Because people coming up with all kind of shit. I'd rather just be Reese. I'm just Reese. I'm straight. I ain't got to do too much extra shit.
Are you able to explain that difference on the pour?
What you mean?
Like how a fake lean or syrup would pour versus
like,
the authentic stuff?
Okay, if you pour it in, I don't really know how to explain the shit. It's just like, you gonna know if it's real or fake. Unless it's just some real good shit. You gonna taste it, all kind of shit. You gonna just know. Like, that kind of lane. Like, I ain't just like I said, I ain't just around here just drinking everybody's shit up. I don't do that.
And when it comes to syrup, is it ever medically prescribed to you or recreational?
It ain't never medically prescribed to me. Nah. It ain't never medically prescribed to me.
Not addicted to it?
Nah. Ain't addicted to it.
Okay.
I don't know why when I think of drugs, I think of addiction, and I ain't trying to be addicted to nothing. That's why I think that's the main word that, like, I don't even fucking with it. Like, addicted to, I don't like those words right there. Like, I ain't addicted to none of that drug shit.
Is that a worry to you ever when it comes to lean or syrup? Because there are some people that admit to addiction and talk about their addiction and have quit because of an addiction or quit their addiction.
I ain't really saying I could be worried about getting addicted because I got a strong mind. Like, to come from where I come from and not even smoke and drink, like, you already got to have a strong mind to even do that, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about getting addicted to nothing, 'cause I got my own mind. I'm gonna think whatever I want to do. I ain't following the hype, none of that. I ain't getting addicted to nothing. If I feel like I want to stop something, I ain't doing it. So I ain't getting addicted.
Now, for you, aside from lean and syrup, why never even try or experiment with smoking, whether it was tobacco or marijuana, or drinking liquor, things of that nature? Whether it's champagne or alcohol or hard liquor.
I don't know why, like, that just never been nothing like, oh, I want to smoke. Like, I just ain't never, like, I just never felt that. Because I feel like it just take people off they pivot, and I don't even like that. Like, I like being able to 100% control me and being aware of what's around me and all that. Like, that's how I am. So, for it to be like that, to even think about doing drugs and that, like, I was never in that lane. Like, I ain't drinking, I ain't smoking. I'm trying to be controlling me. I ain't trying to be under influence and nothing. I am.
Speaking of influence, I have one more question for you. Yeah. When it comes to your use of lean, syrup, do you ever make music while you're on that drug?
I never made no music on no drug. I never made one song on no drug. Never did that. Because I don't never want to get in my head like, I got to take a drug to make a song like this. That's why I never did it. Like, somebody could tell me, oh, you could pop this and it's going to turn you up for a song. But then I don't even want to get in that mindset because now when I go to the studio later, I'm going to say, man, I need that pill because if I pop this, I'm going to do this. Nah, I ain't even going to give myself the chance to even feel like that. I feel like that's when it becomes addiction. Like, getting addicted. Like, they don't really be addicted to the drug. They be addicted to, well, that's how I feel like it'll be for me. Like, I'd be addicted to trying to make the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of lane, I ain't doing that. I don't want to confuse my mind and think like, oh, I need something to do this. Nah, I ain't doing that.
I'm sure people ask you. I'm sure people, hey, take a hit. You want a hit? You want a beer? Do you want a bottle? I'm sure people ask you.
Yeah.
How do you respond?
They ain't finna do it. Like, oh, you saying like if they ask me?
Yeah, like maybe you're at the club.
Like,
hey,
nah, bro,
you want a bottle? Maybe, hey, do you want a hit of this?
Like, if it's a stranger, I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, I don't even smoke. But if it's my dog, like, come on, bro. You for real? Come on, bro, stop playing. But they just be playing anyway. They just trying to, you know what I'm saying? But like, come on, bro. I don't even want the fans, people that follow me, like, I don't even want to get that perception like, oh, Reese do drugs. I don't want to even get that perception because I don't do drugs. And if anybody asks me, like, kids, oh, do drugs, I'm going to tell them no, like, we ain't doing drugs over here. Like, I ain't knocking doing drugs because shit, it help people cope a certain kind of way, but I ain't fucking with the drugs. Like, the point of life I'm in right now, I ain't really fucking with the drugs. I can handle everything with my mind right now.
Now, when a stranger asks you, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want a hit of this?
Yeah.
And you tell them your response.
Yeah.
Do they ever feel some type of way over that response?
Nah, they be like, man, stop lying. Like, they like, stop lying. I'm like, man, I don't do nothing. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't fuck with that for real. Yeah. So then from there, they know not to even approach me on nothing like that.
Now, what about in the studio? Okay, I know you personally don't partake in any drug taking while you're creative or recording.
Yeah.
But are you ever in the studio with people that are? Maybe you're in a collaboration, or maybe you have some friends come by. Maybe is there a rule with you when it comes to your own studio sessions? Like, no one can do any drugs around you?
Nah, you rock out. Like, however you do, whatever help you gonna make your music, do whatever you gonna do. I ain't tripping. Like, I'm around it. I'm around it all day. I ain't tripping off of it, though. Like, whatever you gonna do, it ain't bothering me that much. Like, I ain't like, I don't feel like that's something I gotta do to be like, oh, I don't want you around me doing drugs, because I got my own mind, like I say. Just because you doing it don't mean I'm gonna do it. I ain't tripping off of it. Whatever you do, shit, that's you.
My final question when it comes to other people doing drugs, even though you don't partake in, smoking and drinking alcohol and things of that nature, do you ever have that feeling of that left out feeling when everyone is doing it around you, so to speak?
Hell
do you ever
nah.
get that?
Hell no, I ain't feeling like that.
Okay.
That actually made me feel like, damn, I actually got a strong mind for real. Like, that's what actually goes on through my head when I'm, like, around people and a lot of them smoking and shit. I'm like, damn, I actually got a strong mind to not be in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it take a lot to have a strong mind like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the only thing that go to my head. Like, damn, I actually got a strong mind to be around all this and not want to do it.
Do you ever think because you don't drink alcohol, liquor, you don't smoke marijuana, tobacco, do you think maybe that's rubbed off on other people and maybe they think, you know what? I don't see Reese doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing this stuff.
Yeah, I think so. And if it happen, it's definitely gonna start happening. Like, when more and more people find out I ain't doing drugs, like, they might not do it. I already know my little brother them for sure. Like, they ain't doing no drugs. They big brother ain't doing it. They ain't fucking with that. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Drug use can be a networking tool for some people.
Yeah.
Does it ever get awkward in conversation or vibe when others are under the influence of a drug and you're not?
Nah. Nah, I don't never be awkward. Cause like that's like normal shit. Like I done been around it all so much. Like it's normal to be talking to somebody that they high and I'm not. Like that is normal to me.
What about other rappers? Have you ever met other rappers that don't smoke like you, that don't drink alcohol or liquor like you? Have you encountered any yet, personally?
Like I done probably met rappers that probably just not stop. Like they like stopping doing stuff. But I ain't never met no rapper that ain't smoking or drinking. Like I ain't met no rapper like that.
And what about when it comes to performing? We've been talking about being creative and recording in the studio, but does that same protocol of you being drug-free apply to your performances as well, or is that a different story?
Yeah, I don't do drugs at all. Like I don't care what I'm finna do. I ain't doing no drugs. Like I ain't doing no drugs sober. Like I don't care what I'm finna do. I ain't doing no drugs. Everything I do on the daily, on YouTube, wherever, I'm sober.
And what's your biggest song so far at this point?
I think my biggest song is No Statement, but like my biggest song to me is like how I feel like, even though if it's not my biggest song, but to me it matters.
And both of those songs, no influence of any drug, even syrup, recording those.
No drugs. That's how I feel like if I can make shit like that with no drugs, I'm straight. Like I'm good. I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm good already. I ain't gotta be doing too much nothing.